At least 25 people were killed and over 115 wounded in a Russian attack overnight. Damage and casualties were reported in Kharkiv and Kiev, but also near the Polish border, including in Ternopil and Lviv. Ukraine responded with missile strikes on the invaders' military infrastructure. 476 drones and 48 missiles flew in from Russian territory. Residents of the Ukrainian capital are already accustomed to spending long hours, mostly at night, in subway stations. They are worse than fascists. I don't know what would have to happen for them to stop. I don't know. It's a bit surreal. I just don't understand them. It's scary when you look at the hole in the ground where a house once stood. Their goal is to destroy the nation, to destroy Ukrainians. You fear for your life and want to feel safe, but it's very difficult at home, so you have to go to a shelter, regardless of how you feel. In Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, 32 people were wounded in the attack, including 2 children. Kharkiv, located about 30 kilometers from the Russian border, defended itself in the first weeks of the full-scale invasion in February 2022 and has since been the target of almost daily airstrikes on residential areas and infrastructure. I live on the 3rd floor. I was standing by the window when the drone flew in. It was incredibly loud. I ran into the hallway. Then it hit. The shockwave knocked me over. I fell on broken glass, got up, and started looking for my loved ones. The attack took place in a typical residential area with apartment buildings, shops, a school, and a kindergarten. Before midnight, the enemy carried out about 10 drone attacks on residential areas in the center of Kharkiv. Explosions occurred almost every minute. No fatalities have been reported, but the number of injured continues to rise. The highest number of casualties and injuries is in Ternopil. Ballistic missiles and drones hit residential buildings. Local websites reported explosions in the cities of Ivano-Frankivsk and Khmelnytsky. My son is still in his apartment on the 9th floor. I spoke to him on the phone before the explosions. He said, "Mom, everything will be fine, don't worry." Then I tried to call him, but I don't know what happened to him. With winter approaching, Ukrainian forces must double their efforts in technological innovation and fill the front lines with more drones to halt Moscow's territorial gains. The war resources of Ukraine and Russia are not proportional. We have significantly less. That is why we must wage war technologically. This means classic drones, but also land drones and artillery. Ukraine attacked Russia for the first time using 4 state-of-the-art ATACMS systems after the Trump administration lifted restrictions on Kiev's use of these weapons. The Ukrainian attack targeted military facilities in Voronezh. The Russian side claims that all missiles were shot down. According to reports by Axios, the U.S. administration is conducting secret talks with Russia on ending the war in Ukraine. The peace plan is to include a cessation of hostilities, security guarantees for Kiev, security in Europe, and future U.S. relations with Russia and Ukraine. It is unclear how the disputed territorial issues concerning eastern and southern Ukraine would be resolved. Hence the urgent visit to Kiev by 2 leading representatives of the U.S. military. Secretary Dan Driscoll and Chief of Staff General Randy George are to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky immediately after his return from Turkey, where talks were held on resuming the exchange of prisoners with Russia.